Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Mac, who's graduating, and Fred, his trainer. And what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Mac's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands. The little corrections and the motivations that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and let go on the training equipment, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Mac's going home with his very own training equipment, and you've already been taught how to use it properly. Now he's sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. The command is Mac heel, and at this point Mac has a job to do, and that is to walk nicely at your left without dragging you down the street, and each time that you stop your feet, Mac has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So when you're walking him and there's a lot of traffic on the street, you have a dog that's well under control and paying more attention to you than to the distractions. The next exercise that we're going to demonstrate is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. Fred is going to use the open flat of his palm and the one-word firm command to stay. We recommend that you practice this indoors as well as outdoors. He's anticipating. Now, when your dog anticipates a command or doesn't complete the command as it's been taught, we go back and we repeat it. He must do it the way it's been taught. So 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes, indoors as well as outdoors. When Fred returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him as an additional distraction, and Mac should remain seated until he gets some praise. And then we're going to go back to our heeling and automatic sits. Very good. Walking right with Fred, not forging ahead or lagging behind or lunging out. Each time that Fred stops his feet, Max sits automatically without being told. Fred leaves him in a stay. And practice your sit-stays because it helps to develop attention span and self-control. This time Fred's going to call him. This is the recall or the come on command. That's a very important command to keep sharp. And then Mac returns back to heel position. And Fred will set up to demonstrate that come on command again. Fred leaves him in a sit stay. Walks out to the end of his training leash, uses his name, lightens his tone of voice, and calls him in, and Mac should come right in front and he should sit. Facing your knees, not jump all over you. And back to heel, very, very good. And now Fred's going to set up for our down commands. And there are 2 of them. The first one is a down from a heel position. So with your dog seated at your left, always have your dog sitting before you attempt to put him into a down. You use your left open palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down. Fred leaves him in a stay.
No.
Now he started to get up, and Fred went back and said no in a firm voice and put him back into a down and a stay. This is your long down stay from heel position. When Fred returns back to him, he walks all the way around him. Remember, these commands are to be used in your home as well as outdoors. And we'll demonstrate that down from a heel one more time. He leaves him in a, down, stay. And these long down stays you can practice right in your house. This time Fred's going to call him out of that command. He comes right in front and sits. Good job. And back to heel, back sitting. Good boy. Now this time Fred's going to demonstrate our down from a distance. And this is the last command that Mac has learned while he's been here at school. Fred leaves him in a sit stay. Walks out to the end of his training leash. This is the only time that you'll use your right hand to give the command, and Fred's going to give him the down command.
Now, stay.
Now he started to come, so Fred's going to do it again. Perfect. That is your down from a distance. Now we've demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your stay, your down from a distance, and your come. These are the exercises that we want you to practice with Mac when you get him home. Keep us posted on his progress, and we look forward to seeing him when you go away. We've enjoyed having him. He's a good boy. He's learned a lot in a short period of time. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.